This person is not an honest broker. I believe her less than ever. I actually disbelieve her fully now. And they should not be gagged. I will happily participate in releasing any further leaks that they have because the truth should be out there. What does she have to fear if she's telling the truth?
Blake Lively might just have dug herself into a hole too deep to climb out of. What started as Blake painting herself as a victim has turned into a chaotic unraveling of lies, manipulations, and questionable motives. And Megyn Kelly is exposing everything. For a little context, Blake sued Justin, accusing him of harassment and orchestrating a smear campaign against her. But Justin isn't taking this lying down. He's clapped back with his own lawsuit, alleging that Blake is the one who's been running a dirty smear campaign. And if we judge based on recent developments, Blake Lively might be going down soon.
But you can rest assured that based on the investigation we've done, the text messages we have, the receipts that'll go along with that complaint, she's dead in the water.
In the escalating legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, has taken an aggressive stance. Friedman has announced that they are aiming to sue her into oblivion. This move comes in response to Lively's allegations of harassment and retaliation against Baldoni.
Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megyn. Wait till you see this lawsuit. It's all going to be based on evidence. It's not going to be just a lawsuit. It's going to be the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin.
Blake Lively has always presented herself as the Hollywood Golden Girl, graceful, talented, and relatable. But during the press tours for It Ends With Us, fans started noticing something off. Interviews revealed a side of Blake that many hadn't noticed before. Instead of a warm, relatable, she came across as entitled and self-absorbed. Social media lit up with clips of her dismissing interviewers' questions and making everything about herself.
Has been the best part in making this particular movie?
I've noticed so many beautiful crystals on teeth. Is that a big fashion thing? You should make braces out of these. That would be so. Everyone would look forward to having braces. That would be smart. Okay, that's not what you want to talk about.
Okay. No, we wanted to hear what has been the best part about making this particular film for you guys.
All of it. I mean, about teeth gems. Yes, that was really the highlight.
Curious fans dug deeper, and what they found wasn't pretty. Old interviews and behind-the-scenes footage painted a picture of someone who wasn't quite the sweetheart she seemed to be.
As often happens when these stars drop a movie, people start digging around for other interviews of them, etc. And it was just sort of a course of, wow, like, she seems like kind of a jerk. Wow, she's like kind of a bully. She's rather mean.
And when fans started turning on her, Blake wasted no time pointing fingers. According to her, Justin Baldoni and his PR team were behind the backlash, planting negative stories to ruin her. To shift the narrative, Blake gave a tell-all interview with the New York Times, painting herself as the victim of Justin's alleged bullying. But hold on, because new evidence suggests this interview was far from truthful.
The only reason this whole thing got started before she filed the lawsuit, she just went to the California Human Rights Office, is because she clearly cooperated with the New York Times to leak the whole thing. Indeed, that's, Brian argues, the reason she went and filed the complaint with the Human Rights Division, so that she could then leak it to the Times, so she could start to rehabilitate her reputation, which got smeared because she turned out to be not a very nice person in the videos released last summer.
Fast forward to today, and Megyn Kelly is blowing the lid off Blake's claims. According to leaked documents, text messages, and footage, Blake may have been twisting the truth all along. One major revelation: the New York Times article that painted Justin as a villain reportedly omitted key details and even manipulated messages to fit Blake's narrative.
They literally were removing text in between text and emojis to sort of make it sound worse. So she was not only releasing these text messages, they were picking and choosing how they were placed in her PR lawsuit. And then sort of claiming, well, when Justin fought back, he's an abuser, this is ridiculous, he's attacking me more. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Sound familiar? Yep, it's giving serious Amber Heard vibes. Let's not forget Amber's infamous attempt to destroy Johnny Depp's career. And just like Amber, Blake might have underestimated the public's ability to see through her lies. Even Amber herself reportedly came out to support Blake after Justin Baldoni hired Melissa Nathan, the same PR crisis manager who represented Johnny Depp during his defamation trial against Amber Heard. But considering how things ended for Amber, Blake might have picked the wrong move.
Effectively, what I think has happened here, and the reason I think people are interested in this, is because she has made herself into the new Amber Heard, and he is the new Johnny Depp. And now he's going full Johnny Depp on her to show that she was the bully, she was the one harassing him, and this guy who had, comparatively very little power was forced now to come out and tell the truth about Blake Lively.
One of the most shocking allegations Blake made was that Justin invaded her personal space, showing up uninvited while she was breastfeeding. However, leaked text messages tell a very different story. In one exchange, Blake herself invited Justin to her trailer while she was pumping milk, saying, "I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines." Justin's reply? A polite copy, eating with the crew and heading that way. Hardly the behavior of a man trying to invade her privacy. This isn't just a minor discrepancy. It shows a clear pattern of Blake weaponizing situations to play the victim.
It's just an example of how she loves to play the victim. And then the one about, he burst in on me uninvited when I was breastfeeding my child. She says we should run lines together. He's like, anytime. And she's like, come on over. I'm breastfeeding the baby in the trailer, but come on over. So it's like it's written there, black and white. She invited him in, and a lot of women are comfortable having someone around when they breastfeed. So it's not so weird, especially out in Hollywood, for him to assume, yeah, I guess she's fine with this because she did let him in.
Blake also accused Justin for showing her inappropriate and graphic material. But again, it turns out the so-called graphic material was shown to Blake as a reference for a birthing scene in the movie. Far from harassment, it was meant to help Blake better understand the scene, but Blake spun it into a horror story for her lawsuit.
The alleged that they subjected poor Blake Lively to was by Justin's business partner, who is a producer of the film from Wayfair, that's the name of their company, who she has a birth scene in the movie, and he showed her a still shot from his wife's delivery of their child, which I've also seen. You can't see any R-rated parts at all. It's actually a really lovely artistic photo of a husband with his arms around his wife in a bathtub and the baby on top of the wife.
Another bombshell accusation. Blake claimed that Justin made inappropriate comments about her weight, even going so far as to say he fat-shamed her. But once again, the evidence tells a different story. According to leaked messages, Justin only asked about her weight to ensure he could safely lift her during a scripted scene. In fact, Justin went out of his way to reassure Blake about her post-baby body. But Blake wasn't satisfied with Justin's support. She allegedly dragged her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and bestie Taylor Swift into the mix to intimidate Justin. This took a dramatic turn when Ryan Reynolds reportedly summoned Justin Baldoni to his penthouse to confront him. According to sources, Ryan was furious about alleged comments Justin had made regarding Blake's postpartum body. Reports suggest that Ryan aggressively berated Justin, accusing him of fat-shaming Blake, while some accounts claim the confrontation was heated and Justin was insulted in front of others. In one text, Blake reportedly referred to herself as the Great Khaleesi and called Ryan and Taylor her dragons.
Ryan Reynolds comes off terribly. He had them over to their penthouse in New York, and Taylor Swift was believed to be there, according to this latest complaint, who's Blake Lively's BFF. And what they allege is that they blacked out a lot of names, but we think it's Taylor, that the three of them sat there and they berated Justin for things that were going on the set that they didn't like. They took control of the script. Blake personally, with Ryan's help, rewrote scenes.
But things don't end here. After this meeting, Blake texted Baldoni, allegedly threatening him not to cross her.
And then after that, they have text messages in which Blake tells Justin, this is in the latest lawsuit, I know you've never watched Game of Thrones, but when you get around to watching it, you'll realize I'm Khaleesi and these are my dragons. And I have the best dragons in the business, right? Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift.
Things just get worse for Blake as her lawsuit made a bold claim that there was no intimacy coordinator present on set during the filming of romantic scenes. A serious accusation that painted Justin Baldoni in a negative light. For those unfamiliar, an intimacy coordinator is responsible for ensuring actors feel safe and comfortable during scenes involving physical intimacy. But here's the twist. Blake herself had previously confirmed in an interview that there was, in fact, an intimacy coordinator on set. She even praised their presence, stating that she felt at ease working with them. This direct contradiction raises serious doubts about her lawsuit's claims.
Talking about how sometimes you were even the intimacy coordinator in some of those sexier scenes, like we saw you.
That shouldn't be happening, by the way. I just want to be clear that you should not be the intimacy coordinator. You should definitely hire intimacy coordinators, which we did have. Well, thank goodness.
To make matters worse for Blake, footage from the set further debunks her accusations. In one clip, Blake can be seen actively directing Justin on how to perform a kissing scene, confidently taking control of the situation. It's clear that Blake was not only comfortable, but also very involved in shaping those moments on set, completely undermining her own claims. Now, here's where things get really wild. Sources claim Blake secretly created her own director's cut of It Ends With Us, effectively sidelining Justin, who was not only the lead actor but also the director of the film.
Blake had spent the entire prior year trying to wrest control of this movie away from Justin Baldoni. It was his film. He was the director. He's the producer. He's the one who found the book and got the idea for it. And she was such a brat that she wanted to control every scene, wanted to see all the dailies, wanted to do her own cut and did her own cut of the movie. All this is very unusual for just an actress in the film, even if she's the lead.
The audacity! Justin was reportedly stunned when he found out, especially since Blake's husband Ryan Reynolds had a hand in rewriting some scenes without Justin's knowledge. To add insult to injury, Justin and his family were locked in the basement during the film's premiere while Blake soaked up the spotlight.
Here exclusively Justin Baldoni speaking to what he called his dream team, lamenting the fact that he was put in the basement on the premiere of his own movie, he says, per Blake's demands.
Could have been one of the most beautiful nights of my life career-wise. I literally was sent to the basement with all my friends and family for over an hour. I wasn't allowed to be seen. She didn't want me anywhere near her or the rest of the cast. We start laughing because of the ridiculousness of this whole thing.
And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Blake has reportedly slapped Justin and his lawyer with a gag order to prevent them from sharing more evidence.
Now that she's had her shot against him and she's severely damaged him with that New York Times piece and this complaint, which she managed to get leaked, now she wants a complete gag order. Now he needs to be shut down to protect her. This is very unfair to poor Blake. Why should Justin be able to release snippets to the media without the full context? That's what she said. That's what she did. She alleges that she's a Me Too victim there. That's absurd. And I can tell you that as somebody.
But Megyn Kelly isn't backing down. With her lawyer, who's also representing Justin, on the case, it's only a matter of time before the full truth comes out. From leaked messages to contradictory statements, Blake's credibility is crumbling faster than her career might be. Whose side are you on? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more explosive updates. You won't want to miss what's coming next.